What is it about space that scares the shit out of us? I sometimes work with people who can't even get in the car without turning the radio on. And I think that is indicative of an uncomfortableness with themselves, an unease with being in their own company. I remember getting a phone call from a CEO of a very, very large organization who I'd done some work with. And he said, Philip, I just want to get your opinion about a new role I'm contemplating taking on. His time was up in his role. He was in the process of looking for a change, a transition. And very quickly, it appeared to me that he was trying to sell me the new position. And I said, you really want my opinion? Or are you just here to validate what it is you think you want? And he said, well, what point are you trying to make? And I said, I'm just curious. I said, you've been working for so long, and this is not a financial move. You don't need the money. What is it that you actually need? You need a change. There's no doubt in my mind about that. But what is it that you really need? And I think sometimes we're not the best judges of what we need. We think we need certain things when in reality we need something else. My sense is this man needed a break. He needed some time away. He needed to step back and nurture himself and care for himself and reestablish who he is now in his phase of his life and make the right decision from that place rather than making it from a place of scarcity. I couldn't get this through to him, so I finally decided to make it a little bit more personal. I said, do you have a dog? And he goes, yeah. I said, you walk the dog? And he goes, yeah. I said, where'd you walk the dog? What's your neighborhood? And he named the neighborhood. And I said, give me the name of a neighbor that you sometimes bump into. And he said, Betty. And I said, so imagine you're walking down the road and Betty comes around the corner with her dog and you just meet. And Betty says, hey, John, how you doing? And he goes, I'm great. What are you up to? And you go, I'm doing nothing right now. And as I said that to him, as I kind of played that out, he literally made an uncomfortable shrill. It was like the idea of meeting somebody was so alien to him, meeting somebody and saying to them he was doing nothing. So he was so attached to being relevant. He was so attached to mattering. He was so attached to his identity as a leader that no matter what decision he makes, he's making it blindly. Because when you're overly attached to something, you don't have all the facts in front of you. You cannot, because you're too attached to a particular outcome, so therefore you miss some of the nuances from a decision-making process. And I encouraged him not to make a decision for at least 6 months. When something like that is so uncomfortable, if you're watching this video right now and you're feeling uncomfortable because you know you're at a phase in something in your life, whether it's a relationship, the physicality of your being, whether it's the geography of where you live, or whether it's the work or the business that you run. If this video itself, the message is making you uncomfortable, it's telling me that it's stirring something, one, and or two, maybe you're just not ready for it. But to me, if you are afraid to create space and you feel you need to fill it, I would strongly encourage you to step back and to pull the thread. What is it about that? Why am I uncomfortable without needing to have a label or a place or something to do? What is it telling me? And to begin to work on that. And if you can get to the place, which I think is the most magical place, where you are untethered from everything. You don't need to be something. You don't need to be recognizable. You don't need to have a label in order to exist. When you actually are comfortable enough in your own skin, but then you choose to do these things because they make you a better person, or you choose to do these things because you can impact the world in a more effective way. It's just a very, very different, very subtle, but very significantly different, in my opinion, way of living every single day. So if this video resonates with you, or you think it'll resonate with somebody else, please forward it, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and join our brave conversation. Go to the website, and we look forward to connecting with you. Take care.